So today I'm going to talk about 3 major mistakes that I committed along my self-publishing journey. And I'm going to talk about that because these are mistakes that spent a lot of my money. They weren't productive. They really didn't do anything good for me. And I'm going to talk about them so you avoid committing the same mistakes in your publishing business. So stay there and let's rock and rollin', baby. Howdy ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, this is Alexo, and today I'm going to talk about the 3 major mistakes that I did, and I spent a lot of money committing these mistakes, and I want you to avoid them so you also don't spend your hard-earned money doing stuff that simply doesn't work. Okay, so without further ado, let's talk about mistake number 1. Let's go. So mistake number 1, don't use the cheapest ghostwriter companies or writers from Upwork. I know that when you are starting out, a lot of people think, I'm going to get the cheapest company out there or person I can find in Upwork, and they think that this is a huge deal. If they do this, they can get super cheap books. They just publish them on Kindle Amazon and they make bundles of money just falling out of the sky or whatever. But it's not the case. And the thing is, you might think that you're being smart when you do that, but you're not being smart, because what happens is, sometimes what happens, the first thing is really you get content that probably has misspelling, a lot of grammatical errors, and in the end it's just not good content. So once you publish that book on Amazon, what happens is after a few days, after a few weeks, you start getting negative reviews from customers just complaining about the content of your book just not being good. And once you have a few negative reviews, what happens is the next customers go to your book, they go to the review section, they read the reviews and they read the negative reviews, and game over. They just don't purchase your book. So what happens is, in the end, you just spend money and you just don't make much profit. The second thing is, especially when it comes to Upwork, it's if you get the cheapest writers, sometimes these people can be kind of tricky, and what they do is they use the content that they probably already used for another book, okay, for someone else who also order content from them, and they send the same content to you. So what happens is, once you publish this book on Amazon, it's duplicate content, and you may run into problems with Amazon if that happens. So what I recommend is for you to spend a bit more when it comes to where you get your books from, because you will just get a higher quality content, and in the long term you just make a lot more money because you don't get negative reviews from Mac customers just pissed off about your content. So the company I suggest for you to check out is the Urban Writers. This is the company I use. You can use the link right below on the description from this video to try out this company, and also make sure to use my coupon code JA5 to get a 5% discount. The second thing is review swaps. I know I'm faulty about this. In the past, I used to promote this way of getting reviews. If you don't know what review swaps is, then it's not a huge problem. I don't use them any longer, and that's why I decided to explain why you shouldn't do the same mistake, because it's just not effective. And the second thing, it just doesn't make you feel that good. Okay, so you publish a good book on Amazon, and then what happens is you go to Upwork and you hire a virtual assistant, and basically this guy or girl gets fake reviews on your book. And nowadays Amazon is very, very effective when it comes to catching these reviews on their platform and just removing them. The last time I tried this was about 8 months ago. I published a book on Amazon. I got a virtual assistant to get like 40 to 50 reviews on that book. And I'm telling you, after 7 days to 10 days, I had 0 reviews on that book. Amazon catch those reviews really quickly and just remove them. And the other thing is just, it's just not something that makes you feel that good, because you're getting fake reviews. So there are other ways for you to get reviews. I explain them throughout my course, my video course. You can check it out, called Self-Publishing Money Machine. That's my course. I explain everything that you need so you can reach your first $1,000 on Amazon and just scale up your business month after month. I suggest for you to check it out. You got a link right below on description from this video. You can check out my course if you want. The other thing is, the third mistake is focusing only on quantity. Another huge mistake I did, which cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. What I mean about this is when you go just mayhem and you just start ordering books, like 6-10 books in a single month, and you decide to publish all of those books. Usually what happens is you end up with books that don't have much quality. You should always put quality above quantity, because in the long term you just make a lot more money, because you have books that have high quality that just keep selling month after month. And what happens is when you focus just in quantity and you're just publishing a lot of books with the idea that you're going to make more money, because I mean the idea is, and it's kind of the idea that makes kind of sense, okay? Because the idea is, if I publish like 10 books in a single month, then I have a higher chance of making a lot more money than just publishing 2 books. I mean, it makes sense, but in the end what happens is you don't put so much attention in each individual book, because you have so many books that you're trying to publish, and you don't focus on the little details that make your book high quality. So what happens is, in the end, you publish all of these books that don't have much quality, and then eventually what happens is once again you start getting negative reviews from my customers, just complaining about the quality of your book, usually because it's just way too generic, the content that you have in these books, and they could probably just easily find it on the internet and so on. So I'd rather have you, or you should at least publish fewer books that have a lot more quality. Nowadays I just publish about 2 books each month. You can go up to 3-4 books each month, but after that it starts getting really hard for you to keep books with good quality and focusing on all of those books. Okay, that is all for this video. If you have any questions related to self-publishing, you can leave them right below. I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. Also, check out my newest course called Self-Publishing Money Machine. Once again, you got a link right below on the description from this video. It's a video course where I explain everything that you need so you can have a successful Kindle publishing business. And also leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoy this video, so you can keep receiving this type of videos on a weekly basis. That is all for now. Stay tuned with your Alexo, and bye.